Yo guys, let's talk about Hero's Burden. Now, I had heard some things about this weapon, and they said that it was good. Actually, it's pretty fucking nasty, man. It's probably one of the nastiest 900 round per minute submachine gun I have played with in this game. It's got a trait on it called Threat Detector, which I really don't have that much personal experience with, but it increases reload stability and handling when enemies are in close proximity. Surprisingly enough, that actually works pretty well, especially considering it's an SMG and you're most likely up close and on top of people. It's also got high caliber rounds, which is what I leave it on, and you've got these different sights. I just essentially just stayed with this one. I like handling. I know that these other sights give more range. Even that one gives a tad bit more range. I might be inclined to go to that one, but for me, where this one is right there, I just like how it's just hidden. It's barely noticeable. It's barely there. It kind of keeps my field of vision extremely open. And of course, the intrinsic perk is Adaptive Frame, a well-rounded grip, reliably and sturdy, which is something that you will need on this submachine gun because it is 900 rounds per minute. And the only 900 round per minute weapon I think that I like is probably Showrunner. I think Showrunner is a pretty solid one. It feels good. It feels like it's got some kick to it. This weapon right here, one thing that surprised me about it was how well the shots registered at such a distance. You know, I know that Antiope is one of my favorites, but you would expect that from something like Antiope, considering the archetype of which it falls into. Not a 900 round per minute. That's a bullet hose. That's just automatically in my mind I think of a weapon that is only good with people that are like 7 meters or less. But this gun has some amazing range. So when I think of a 900 round per minute weapon, you know, I mentioned Showrunner, but where this weapon differs from weapons like Showrunner and weapons like Antiope is that it is the most forgiving SMG out of all the SMGs. When you've got a weapon like Hero's Burden, it has a optimal time to kill of only 1 second, which is not necessarily terrible, but it's not better than something like Antiope or Showrunner. But it has the best time to kill in terms of body shot TTK at 17 body shots, 1.07 seconds, meaning this weapon right here is more about just spraying into your enemy. It is one of those guns that, yes, it's nice to hit crits, but at the same time, you would be better off just honestly getting up close to your enemy and pumping every shot you can into their chest. That's where this weapon thrives the most. It is by far the most forgiving archetype of SMG that we have in the game so far. Antiope, Adjudicator, those are big favorites of mine. I enjoy them, but they do require you to really hit those crits in order for you to take advantage of the time to kill that those weapons have. That optimal time to kill that we talk about is really relied on nothing but critical shots. When you think of Showrunner and Mighty Mini Tool, that's all about how well you can land crits. This weapon right here is just all about how well you can land body shots, man. How much ammo can you pump into the enemy? And with something like high caliber rounds taking such a massive effect on enemies when you're shooting them, this gun is nasty, guys. I was messing people up in their sidearms. They didn't even know how to react. So guys, this gun is a wonderful SMG, one to not overlook. I'm gonna see myself using this as soon as I get it on my character. Shout out to Light Razor for letting me use his account, being an absolute bro, man. I appreciate it so much. Guys, I'll have a review on the Pulse rifle out this evening. Fellas, if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that thumbs up. And as always, guys,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.